HBCU football. Coach Prime came after some big organizations in the NFL. Well, really from what I can see, really just one former team, he came after, but over the weekend, he came after the Dolphins, the Ravens, the Broncos, the Texans, the Bills, the Bucks, Eagles, Vikings, Browns, and Panthers for not having a scout at Jackson State's pro day. He say every other team had a scout here, but y'all, what you doing? What you doing? You don't think they're good enough? What is it? Um, I think he has a point. You gotta call people out on stuff like this. Because you know you need players. These can be rookies that can help the team out. Just because they had a small historical black college don't mean they're not talented. I mean, let's be honest. Walter Payton went to HBCU. Jerry Rice went to HBCU. Two of the greatest offensive players ever went to historical black college. So, I think he had a point. He did exactly what he was supposed to do, put people on notice. What you think about it, Walt?
Yeah, like I said, I definitely agree with you. With him just, pretty much trying to speak up for his players and letting, the NFL letting the NFL teams that didn't show up know, like, hey, we got players down here too. They might
Mm-hmm.
not be, top five. I mean, 5 or 4 star recruits right now, but you know, I'm I'm Deion Sanders. I mean, I'm pretty sure he can. He has a team down there that can help develop. To get to that level to be a 4 star, 5 star recruit. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, I love the fact that he's sticking up for his team. That's just like I said, prime time. Showing up. And I feel like with him having that status, I feel like that maybe with him speaking up like that, I should say, is maybe they will start showing up to future events that they will have. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if they're gonna have more like training camps or whatever. But yeah, with like I said, with him talking up on IG and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna just bring more recognition to Jackson State, so they can start having more scouts and people like that to come down there, so they can start recruiting guys like Nico was saying to get to the NFL level because they are gonna
Yeah.
need guys.
Yeah. And he also said, he was like, I guarantee they had players that had scouts at Minnesota, Mississippi State, and Ole
Oh,
Miss.
this, yeah.
Two D1, SEC, you know, not powerhouses, but they're they're pretty good. They're not the top of the top, but they do their thing. Ole Miss had probably one of their best years this past season. So, I don't blame them for it. What's your take on it, John?
Yeah, Deion Sanders said there's 32 colors in this Crayola box. I think he had them fancy boxes. When I was a kid, I had like 10 or 15 in mine. We had brown and blue.
Yeah,
We got
yeah,
like them burgundy and the robin's
yeah.
egg. He
Our
had the
parents
fancy
didn't.
colors.
Yeah,
But
our
he said
parents
only,
gave
only
us the just the basic.
yeah, 5 colors. We were taking crayons from the table at Golden Corral and stuff.
Right.
That's where we were getting our
Yep.
crayons. But
100%.
But he said only 24 of y'all showed up, and apparently it came out to be 22. But he called out some teams, and he said, listen, what are y'all doing? Now, this is what Portland, I will back to what we were talking about, Portland needs. Like, this is what they want from Dame, right? Like, someone who's recruiting constantly, and he's doing it through the media. He knows he's using his name, using his connections to do this. So it's smart on it's a business move, not just for because come on, man, this guy has an eye for talent. He knows, like, he has one edge rusher on his team who's probably like a fifth or sixth, maybe seventh round draft pick. Outside that, he doesn't have anyone drawing attention. Not one of his guys got even invited to the NFL Combine this year. So he knows that he doesn't have the talent to draw these scouts out. However, you could send somebody, man. That's all I'm asking, man. Just send somebody. Make my guys feel validated. Make this school, whatever. Listen, Cleveland. You have Baker Mayfield sitting around his house for $18 million a year. All right, you could send him out. You have him on payroll. Why not? No, I'm not saying
I'm
Baker,
about to say we're definitely not sending Baker Mayfield out there to
but I'm
Jackson.
just saying you got there's somebody on Cleveland getting paid to sit around and not do nothing that day. Listen, send that guy out, have him just make a appearance. But at the same time, these teams don't have to do that either, right? It works both ways. I feel on both sides, right? Deion, I get what he's doing, but at the same time, maybe they don't have nothing. Maybe the teams that he called out, he doesn't have anything at the positions they're even looking at, right? His best guy's an edge rusher. Is probably the only guy that's going to make the NFL if he makes it at all. Maybe these teams don't need edge rushers. The Browns have Myles Garrett. The Buccaneers have defensive rushers. Like a lot of these guys have the pieces that he has.